Today is Sunday, December 10th, 2017. Dow Jones 30 Index weekend recap. Once again, we're on the standard chart for the Dow. Now, a few interesting things taking place here on the Dow. Now, after this breakout of this small pullback, once again the buyers stepped in and we had this 1,000-point move straight up. It tested this trend line, which I'll get into more detail in a minute, as to why it rejected it and why it may get rejected again, and ultimately this could possibly be the market top. So as we can see, we had a 3-day sell-off upon the rejection of that trend line. Here we have, just highlight this in yellow, that's it. We have a bullish engulfing, which look like it's been confirmed, and it looks like we're going to get higher prices to print. But personally, as I noted in my previous analysis on the Dow, I'm really not liking the negative divergence on the RSI from this point to here. I still think this could possibly be valid, even though I'm expecting the early part of the week high prices to print and test this trend line again. But ultimately I think this is going to be a breakdown point, and we may finally see a rollover on the Dow. As I said, a lot of people expecting a so-called Santa rally. I'm still leaning towards that. I think they're going to, once the Fed meeting comes out on Wednesday, the market's pretty much priced in a Fed rate hike. I think that's going to be an opportunity for the big players, the investment banks and so forth, to sell this down. Now, getting back to this trend line, if I just switch, I just want to show you guys something. Just switch over to the quarterly chart here. Now, here we have this top trend line. Now, this trend line dates back to every major bull market high since the 87 high, and then we know we had the crash in 87, the dot-com bubble high, and then the crash. The trend line during the GFC, it didn't hit this trend line, it crashed, so it has no relevance. But here we can see this year that if I just zoom in a bit on the quarterly, we've hit that top trend line. Now, is this the top? Is this ultimately going to be the top and then a crash, as what's happened during the dot-com period? Time will tell. But if this, I don't know, there's something interesting going on here, and there's a few time cycles which occur as well. We have a 30-year time cycle which is played out, which is a very important time cycle. So this could very well be the market top. We'll just have to keep an eye on this. But you know, this is a very powerful trend line, and given the parabolic move in the Dow, this could actually trigger something very nasty. So once again, I'd be the so-called buy the dip trade since Trump's election has worked every time, but this could be running near its end, especially with this negative divergence, and this could finally be breaking down, and ultimately we could see, as my previous analysis is, a retest of this trend line. If it fails to break it, that could send or be the signal for the reversal and maybe a deep correction to come. So that's just something to take note of with the Dow. And as we know, all other markets follow the Dow. So once again, I'd be being very cautious here. And if anything, maybe still wait for the opportune moment to look at taking short positions here. And that's my forecast for the Dow.